To the Hypto cryptocurrency review. Beautiful day of the 13th of November 2017 by David Hunt, profithunters.com.au. And remember, this is not advice. It's a look at an unusual currencies. They have unusually high risks and unusual risks called forks. And we have seen Bitcoin drop down to 3,000 back in September due to Chinese banning of exchanges. That was an opportunity to buy. We have seen worries about forks in July, creating an opportunity to buy. We have seen Bitcoin Gold take a snapshot a few weeks ago, and today we saw, or at least over the weekend, we saw Bitcoin Gold be issued. And start to trade. On Saturday morning, we were regaled with Bitcoin having crashed through 6,900. And if you remember correctly, I was targeting 6,500 on the downside and telling everybody not to get too involved coin at the moment. Last Friday. Broke down below there, we were looking for 60.15. Is this chart does not include the weekends, so it actually traded down to 54.50 odd. Let's have a look at the real price chart. Now, it was my contention yesterday to a Profit Hunter Group member, this was probably due to trying to make Bitcoin Gold into its issuance so people who are manipulating this market could buy it cheaply. At one stage, Bitcoin Gold, or BTG, at $400 or $600 in the futures trading. What we are looking at now is the Bitcoin chart, and you can see AMP, and these prices are a little bit rubbery. I saw some at 54.50. This is quoted as being at 55.55. And since then, to be above 6,000. And since then, it's rushed back up to be above 6,000. So yesterday was another classic example of beautiful cryptocurrency new line. And who were the big players, question mark. The big one was Bitcoin Cash. Its code is BCH. What happened was miners stopped mining Bitcoin and started mining Bitcoin Cash. And that put all of the resources into Bitcoin Cash for a few days and sent it up from being around just under $900 when the weekend started to being $2,800, some 400% increase. Right now, you can see that it's fallen back to be $1,298 US per BCH. The thing about BCH is that it apparently has an 8 megabyte piece of information attached to it, so its payments should be made faster, full stop, new line. However, both Bitcoin and Bitcoin Gold have that ability, but not quite as good, going towards 1 megabyte to 4 megabytes. In messaging, so they can be equally upgraded. So there was a bit of a scam going on. And bought Bitcoin Cash at $2,800 has now had over a 50% loss in just 24 hours. This is what I mean about unusually high risks and unusual risks. The new baby that they manipulated down in price, question mark. G, Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash drew its first breath $54. So it lives under the sting of the tail of the scorpion. As you can see, later, it traded up to $480. That was back on the 24th of October, but real trading did not happen until yesterday, the 12th of November, which happened to be Saturday in the US or Sunday night, the start of. I'm pretty sure I saw it trading around 2 o'clock in the afternoon on the data that I get that only works off live real trading. Prior to that, it was futures data, new line. So what they did was they probably started trading somewhere around about the $256 area. So some 156 is a function of 8. We saw it go quickly to $480 just underneath. Let's call that $478. in a few hours during the great scam. So they rammed up Bitcoin Gold after ramming it down and keeping it suppressed. Manipulation. Then they've rammed it down again by selling it down towards $240. Again, would make sense for a low. So Bitcoin Gold is probably having a low right now. And if it breaks $300, it becomes a buy. Meanwhile, back on the mothership at Bitcoin, we can see that it really got pumped into the start of Bitcoin Gold. And it's rallying fairly nicely and creating a little bit of a corrective pattern. So this goes all bulls ahead on a break above 6,500, new line. And I bet there will be another SegWit 2X. And that is one of the things, if you remember, there was going to be another Bitcoin B2X. And they manipulated it so that 2X would have been a faster payment system, which you already had with Bitcoin Cash, BCH. And you also got some ability where they pulled the rug out from underneath the new coming fork, and then everyone who was buying Bitcoin for that fork vomited it over the weekend and got out. So not only that did they get the chance to buy cheap Bitcoin and Bitcoin Gold, they also get the chance to have another bite at the cherry with another payment system and another fork later on, which they've taken away from the scared. This will be fascinating to play out. Ethereum. Ethereum is still in that big triangle. Last week, I was saying that maybe we should shift to Ethereum, and it's certainly provided a better return so far than Bitcoin because it just stayed still. But notice the weekly chart is going up and volume is increasing. So A, B, C, D, E, we have a triangle in E. So if this breaks through 360, expect much higher levels towards $480, $440. Yes, Jen, I saw that happen. And the reason they closed that down was to protect their price quoting. And also it's very similar to exchanges. Often exchanges close down in panics because they leave the ordering open for 10 minutes on the price that they have set, and they don't want to expose themselves to that much risk. Quite often that's exactly where you know the market is bottoming. When the exchanges shut down and stop you getting in just like the stock market in 1987 when I tried to buy right on the low. You could not get in because there was phones not working and everything was shut down. Litecoin. This had a good spike, but didn't get above it. And again, it has the same characteristics or similar characteristics to Ethereum. If it closes above $68, expect a run towards $100. Actually, I'm going to a crypto day today, so that will be interesting in Melbourne. New line. EOS, new line. Now, EOS has been one of the ones that I did like, and since I started to like it, which was when it had a break above $62, it's now almost doubled to close, but definitely doubled in terms of this price spike. So EOS is in play and probably should see towards $2,000 or maybe $3,000. If you are buying, stop loss needs to be below 72 cents. Ripple, new line. Not much interest in Ripple, but still has that pattern that should go higher eventually towards 42 cents, new line. Stop loss if long at the moment should be below 18 cents. IOTA, I gave this one a bad rap last week. It needed to do some better things, which it has done. The best thing I can think of it doing is closing above 65 cents and then expect a move towards $1.10, new line. Stop loss if buying would be below 35 cents, new line. Zcash, new line. Now this is the AMP of the coins. And the chart's just annoying me too much. And it's always going to be a bit painful. So Bitcoin is a bargain now because it is the mothership. All of the crap has happened. All of the manipulation has happened. So if you're looking to buy Bitcoin, this is an opportunity. If you don't know how to do that, give me a call today and I can help you with the process of doing that and how best to get in without paying too much and the way to do that. The stop loss needs to be below 5,000 if you are going long here. Okay, let's talk about some currencies.